Alright, so today I had two cars in. Let me start by saying I'm now working at a Nissan dealer in New Jersey and getting a lot of CVT issues. Well, I wouldn't say it's a lot, but we get a good amount coming into the door. And today I had a Maxima, I think it was a 2014 Maxima, where the customer got their car serviced someplace other than the dealer, and they put automatic transmission fluid into their CVT, transmission unit, transaxle unit. And obviously that's not going to be covered under warranty. Well, the car is out of warranty by mileage anyway, so that wouldn't matter. But I'm pretty sure that resulted in his CVT failure because he was experiencing a whining sound on acceleration, and that's usually because the CVT unit is failing. So that was the first car that had the wrong fluid in it with the blown CVT unit. The second one was a 2009 Nissan Rogue. Yeah, obviously a Nissan, because that's all it worked. But it was a 2009 Rogue, and the same situation. And this guy was still under the warranty for the transmission, because on some of the Nissans they extend the warranty on the CVT transmissions to 120,000 miles, and he would be covered under that. But unfortunately, he got his vehicle serviced someplace else, and he said they put axles in. They replaced his axles because they were cracked. I don't know, this is what the customer said, that the axles were cracked. I've never seen axles cracked. Maybe the CV boots were cracked. But anyway, they put the axles in and they filled it up with ATF, because when you take the axles out, you're going to lose some fluid. You're going to lose some CVT fluid. So they filled the vehicle up with regular automatic transmission fluid, and he came to us because his vehicle was not moving anymore. So I pulled the dipstick out. First thing we do is check the fluid level, because these CVT units are very picky about fluid level. If the fluid isn't perfect, you have to set the fluid level on these vehicles at a certain temperature. It's best to do it with the scanner, because you need to know what temperature your CVT unit is at, so that you can adjust the correct level. If the level isn't correct, you can have all kinds of issues. You can have whining noise, you can have going into limp mode where it overheats. You can have all kinds of issues, so the best thing is just make sure that the fluid level is correct. If you don't know what you're doing, take it to the dealership and have them, correct the CVT level, or take it to somebody that can do it correctly. Not everybody knows that you have to set the CVT fluid level at a certain temperature. I mean, it is in the service manual. I'm sure it's in Chilton and Mitchell or All That or whatever you subscribe to in your shop. But it has to be done correctly, or you'll have issues, and we get a lot of those. But anyway, this guy had automatic transmission fluid in his CVT unit, and there's nothing we can really do. We called Nissan, and hopefully they'll take care of it for the guy. But if they don't, then that's what happens when unfortunately, sometimes that's what happens when you take your car to places that don't really know what they're doing. How do you find a place that knows what they're doing? Word of mouth. Just ask around. But if you got a car with the CVT in it, and this goes for any make, you're better off having that car serviced. Anything transmission related, have it serviced at a dealership, because they're going to know. Apparently, the CVT units are very sensitive, and putting the incorrect fluid in there will cause issues, and you don't want that. Or you may have somebody that just puts automatic transmission fluid in there. You can buy aftermarket CVT fluid and put it in your CVT transmission, and you'll probably be okay as long as you set the fluid level correctly. I'm sorry about the shaky video, I'm driving. But yeah, you'd probably be okay if you set the fluid level correctly using the aftermarket CVT fluid, as long as it applies to that vehicle. But if you put automatic transmission fluid in there, I don't think you're going to work out so well. I don't think it's going to work out that well for you. But anyway, so bottom line, if you got a CVT vehicle, make sure it's done correctly according to the service manual, or you're in for some issues. And actually, on the dipstick itself, it says use CVT fluid only. So just look at the dipstick. It's just that simple. Look at the dipstick, and then look at the service manual to check the procedure for making sure that the level is correct. Thanks for watching.